Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar Update channel, your trusted source for the latest news, analysis, and insights on the Iraqi dinar. We provide up-to-date information on exchange rates, economic developments, and key financial trends affecting Iraq's currency. Whether you're an investor, trader, or simply keeping an eye on the market, our channel delivers accurate reports, expert opinions, and government policy updates to keep you informed. Stay tuned for real-time updates and in-depth discussions on the future of the Iraqi dinar. Throughout history, currency has played a significant role in defining the economic and financial strength of a nation. Iraq, in its earlier years, had a currency that reflected the wealth and stability of its economy, often associated with a time that many look back on as the country's glory days. This traditional value, which once existed, is a benchmark that many compare to the present economic conditions, and it remains a subject of great speculation. The discussion surrounding Iraq's financial standing has often revolved around its historical exchange rates and how those numbers reflected a prosperous and powerful Iraq. However, as the nation moves forward, the financial system is evolving, and with it comes significant changes that include the introduction of a digital dinar. This development has sparked intense discussions about what the future holds for Iraq's monetary system and whether it will ever resemble its previous traditional standing. For those who have followed Iraq's economic trajectory, the question of whether the Iraqi dinar will return to its former value is a complex and layered one. The history of the Iraqi dinar is deeply tied to the country's economic policies, foreign exchange practices, and geopolitical influences. Before the major economic disruptions that Iraq faced in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the Iraqi dinar held substantial value. It was often regarded as one of the stronger currencies in the region, reflecting the country's oil wealth and its position within the global economic framework. However, wars, sanctions, and political instability led to severe depreciation, placing the dinar at a fraction of its former worth. This decline has led to ongoing discussions about whether Iraq can, or will, return to those glory days when its currency had a much higher purchasing power and was seen as a strong and stable medium of exchange. Many observers speculate that the Central Bank of Iraq, in coordination with international financial institutions, has been making preparations for a long-term monetary shift. Part of this shift includes regulatory reforms, financial restructuring, and the introduction of modern financial technologies that align with global economic trends. Among the most significant of these developments is the potential launch of a digital dinar. A digital dinar would represent a major step toward modernizing Iraq's financial system. As the world moves toward digital currencies and blockchain-based financial transactions, Iraq is positioning itself to be a part of this transformation. The introduction of a digital currency could improve the efficiency of transactions, reduce reliance on physical cash, and increase financial inclusion. Moreover, it would allow for greater transparency in financial dealings, which is a crucial aspect of economic reform. Digital currencies offer a more secure and efficient way to conduct transactions, and for Iraq, implementing such a system could signify an effort to align with international financial standards. While the details of the digital dinar rollout remain unclear, it is evident that Iraq is laying the groundwork for this shift. The Central Bank of Iraq has been making efforts to stabilize the dinar, implement banking reforms, and integrate financial technologies that would support digital transactions. These efforts suggest that the country is looking to enhance its financial infrastructure in a way that could facilitate a more robust and stable monetary system. However, whether this transformation will lead to a return to a traditional value reminiscent of Iraq's past remains to be seen. Some argue that a return to traditional value is not necessarily tied to a fixed exchange rate, but rather to the overall economic health of the country. If Iraq can create a financial system that allows for economic prosperity, investment growth, and stable trade relationships, the dinar may naturally gain strength. In this sense, the launch of a digital dinar could be a foundational step toward a more modernized and stable financial environment. At the same time, the transition to a digital dinar presents challenges that must be carefully navigated. Digital currencies require a well-developed technological infrastructure, security measures to prevent cyber threats, and widespread adoption among the population. Iraq must also ensure that its regulatory framework is prepared to handle the complexities of digital financial transactions. Without proper implementation, the digital dinar could face obstacles that limit its effectiveness. Despite these challenges, there are indications that Iraq is serious about this transition. Government officials and financial institutions have been discussing ways to enhance the country's monetary system, and the introduction of a digital currency appears to be part of this broader strategy. If successful, Iraq's move toward a digital dinar could set the stage for further economic advancements, potentially leading to greater financial stability and a redefined value of its currency. However, the impact of this transition will depend on how well it is executed and whether the necessary economic reforms accompany the technological shift. As the world watches Iraq's financial developments, speculation will continue regarding the future of the dinar. Many are hopeful that the country is on a path toward economic recovery and that its financial reforms will create a stronger, more resilient monetary system. While it remains uncertain whether Iraq will return to the traditional value of the past, what is clear is that the nation is taking steps to reshape its financial future. The launch of a digital dinar is one component of this broader effort, and its success will depend on how effectively Iraq navigates the challenges and opportunities that come with such a transformation. Ultimately, the question of whether Iraq's currency will reflect its former value is one that cannot be answered definitively at this time. Economic shifts take time, and multiple factors will influence the outcome. However, by modernizing its financial system and embracing digital currency technology, Iraq is positioning itself for a potential economic resurgence. The coming years will reveal whether these efforts will lead to a stronger dinar and whether Iraq can once again experience the economic prosperity associated with its glory days. Until then, observers will have to wait and see how the financial landscape unfolds and whether Iraq's ongoing monetary reforms will pave the way for a brighter economic future. Thank you for tuning in to the Iraqi Dinar Update channel. We appreciate your support and engagement as we continue to bring you the latest news, analysis, and updates on the Iraqi dinar. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Stay connected with us for real-time insights, expert discussions, and market trends. Until next time, stay informed and keep watching for the latest on the Iraqi dinar. See you in the next update.